This healthier butter chicken is made in 15 minutes and has 59 grams of protein. So to start things off, I will prepare the chicken. I will use chicken thighs for this recipe. Most of the calories are stored in the skin. As long as you remove this and some of the excess fat, you have almost the same macros than in chicken breast. So if you like dark meat, there is no reason to avoid this as long as you remove the skin that usually has more calories than the meat itself. So I will remove it and trim off the fat of 2 chicken thighs that weighs 210 grams in total after trimming. I will cut them now into bite-sized pieces and then they get into a plate where I will add a marinade. I will first add a strong pinch of salt and then a seasoning mix that is called Garam masala. This is a mixture of different spices like fennel and cumin and tastes great in combination with any poultry. 1 teaspoon, about 4 grams, will go on top of the chicken. Then I will add 50 grams of 0.2% fat Greek yogurt. 50 grams is completely enough to coat the entire chicken. Now, after combining everything, you can let this sit for about an hour to marinate or immediately cook this. I tried both, and even though there is a slight difference in texture if you use chicken breast, there is almost no difference in thighs, so this is one of the reasons I'm using this type of meat for the recipe. Before we start cooking, I will first dice a yellow onion, this weighs 100 grams, and then I will peel and grate 2 cloves of garlic. I will make this recipe without any additional vegetables, but if you want to add more volume, you can also dice a red bell pepper and add it with the onions into the pan. Also, grated ginger would be a great addition as well, but today I will skip this. So let's get cooking. I will add a touch of oil into a pan on medium-high heat. As soon as the pan is nicely hot, I will add in the pieces of chicken and fry them for about 1 minute on one side. This will create a nice char on the outside that will add a ton of flavor later on and will kind of mimic the tandoori oven that I use for this in the traditional version. I will flip the chicken, fry the other side for another minute and then remove them from the pan. They are not cooked through yet, but don't worry, this will happen later on. Now reduce the heat to medium, add another second of oil and go in with the onions. I will fry them for about 2 minutes and then I will add again some spices. First, half a teaspoon of garam masala, then a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and lastly half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper for some kick. This is an amazing combination of flavor, especially with chicken. I will fry this for about another minute or so, then I will add another bit of oil and add the garlic. Let them get fragrant for 10 seconds before combining everything, and now I will first add 200 grams of sieved tomatoes. This is called passata, can be bought in most groceries. Also, I will add a splash of water, about 100 grams, and then let this simmer on medium heat for about 3 to 4 minutes under occasional stirring. So, normally this is where this recipe becomes a calorie bomb. The next step usually is to add 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter and 100 grams of cream. This will make the dish insanely delicious, but these 2 items alone will add 500 calories and is more than the entire rest of the recipe. So, to make this lower in calories without sacrificing too much flavor, I will swap out the cream with 100 grams of low-fat evaporated milk. This has 100 calories and also 7 grams of protein and will add this sweet flavor. The butter will be replaced with 1 wedge of laughing cow cheese. This will also add a bit of sweetness and thicken the sauce. So we reduce the calories from about 500 to only 130 while doubling the protein content. Both ingredients go into the pan. Now I will mix and incorporate the laughing cow by pressing it down so everything is combined and the sauce will turn orange. I will also add back the chicken thighs and let this simmer for additional 5 to 6 minutes until the chicken is cooked through. That's also a good thing about thighs, it's pretty much impossible to overcook these, so don't worry about letting this simmer for a couple of minutes longer to be safe. So after 15 minutes in total, we created a pan of creamy goodness that comes in with 583 calories, 40 grams of carbs, 18 grams of fat and 59 grams of protein, and tastes absolutely incredible with rice. I made 50 grams of jasmine, which will add another 170 calories, and I will top everything with a bit of fresh greens. This dish tastes freaking amazing. I really hope you will like it as much as I do. Check out my Patreon if you want to support this channel in the description. Click on this video to see how to make cauliflower rice that would work perfect in combination with this recipe, and see you there.